Hello, my amazing grade 2 artists. Today we are going to be creating an incredible work of art that is all about bilateral symmetry, which means that it can be divided, or the object or image or shape can be divided into two mirror image halves with a single line of symmetry. There's lots of examples of bilateral symmetry in life. Our body, for example, has it, where we have the same on both sides of our midline. We also see it in other animals, insects, and plants, such as a leaf. Bilateral symmetry is all around us. Today, we're going to be creating it, though, with just some simple shapes. Today, you'll be using a sheet of white paper that will fit 6 pieces of square colored paper. You will have 2 of each color that you'd like to use. So I've chosen a total of 6 pieces of paper with 2 of each of the colors. That way I can have on the top 1 color as the base and 1 color as the top. Let's start to arrange the bottom colors of our paper. On your white paper, you're going to go ahead and first fill in your name, class, and number on the back. Flipping your paper over, we are going to glue 1 of each of the colors as our base, right next to each other. When I'm gluing down my paper, all I need for my stick glue is a square of glue on the outside of my square. I don't need to do any on the inside. And when I flip it over, I take a moment to line up the edges before pasting the whole piece down. Okay, boys and girls, now I'm ready to create some exciting shapes. Let's take a look at how we're going to do that. The first thing is, I'm going to choose the paper color that was from above to put on the color below. So on this pink, I'm going to put this dark blue, and on the dark blue, I'm going to put the pink. Let's create a shape together. To create bilateral symmetry, we fold our paper in half. I like to open my paper back up to see the whole shape. Now, taking my pencil, I'm going to draw a shape on the center line with it open on that line. So let's start with a very simple shape, like a heart. To draw a heart, I'm going to leave the open side of my shape on the fold and make sure that the shape doesn't touch the edge of my paper. When I'm done drawing my shape, I want to fold my paper back up, then take my scissors to cut out that positive shape from the center of my paper. Now I have a positive shape heart and a negative shape outline. I know normally this piece of paper is our rubbish paper, but today this is the paper that we want to keep to glue down onto our other color background. We can set this piece to the side and use it for another work of art. For now, let's glue down our negative space paper. Again, just a line of glue around the outside is enough. If you have some parts of your paper that may hang down, you can also add glue to them as well. And nicely on top of my pink paper so that it mirrors and creates symmetry from the top to the bottom with colors. Let's watch those steps again. First, begin by folding your paper in half. Open your paper back up to see the line in the center before drawing your shape open on the fold. maybe I'll do a little bit more of a complex shape, like this curvy organic. Fold your paper back up before cutting. That creates the same image on both sides of our paper to have that bilateral symmetry. We've got our positive shape and our negative shape. This one gets glued down on top of the color below or above it. So now I've got matching colors and both of my shapes have symmetry. I like to make sure that I'm putting my glue on the side of the paper that I can see my pencil, because sometimes when we're cutting, our pencil is not always accurate with our scissors, and that's okay, but we can kind of hide those areas by gluing those parts down. Okay, boys and girls, I'm going to continue to match my colors top to bottom and create fun, exciting, symmetrical shapes as I go. On this last shape, I challenged myself to make a little bit more of a complicated shape. And another way that you can challenge yourself today and apply depth to your artwork is now taking a look at all of these positive shapes that we have. We can create something called a double shape. And that is what you're going to do is take this piece of paper, fold it up again, and draw what's called a contour line. So a line that is the same but smaller of the shape, and cut off this line here along the edge to create a smaller shape that we are then going to fit inside, creating a double shape. So I've cut off this line of paper, and now I have the same exact shape but smaller that I can now glue inside of my negative space. So I'm gluing a positive space shape that's smaller inside. Let's watch that one more time with our heart. Fold your positive shape in half, draw a smaller contour line, cut off the excess, and glue down that smaller positive shape inside. This is a wonderful way for you to challenge yourself to create a more dynamic artwork that has symmetry still present. Okay, boys and girls, I hope you have a fantastic time coming up with really creative shapes that show our knowledge of symmetry today.